HiveMind, and I just got another issue of the LEGO Ninjago magazine. This month's magazine comes with a Crystalized Lloyd minifigure. Unfortunately, he does not have his hood, which is a little bit disappointing, but we'll take a look at him at the end of this video. First, let's take a look at the magazine itself. So let me remove him real quick. And there we go. And now with Lloyd removed, we can see the full cover of the magazine, and it says LEGO set, Lloyd plus Energy Axe plus Katana. Okay, this is the first time I've seen them refer to the polybag as a set. I mean, I guess, technically, but okay. LEGO toy, golden katana, and a mega energy axe. Day of destruction. Have the ninja gone too far? Interesting. I've never heard that terminology before. I wonder if that's actually going to be something in the show, the Day of Destruction. I'm curious to see what the magazine has to say about that. Ace sets revealed. Dragon speeders. Vroom. New ninja. Friends or enemies. And then we have an ad for the comic inside. So let's get this open. Alright, ad for core as always. And then we have the table of contents. Now I'm curious to see what's going to go on with the comic of this magazine because it looks like we're officially like in Crystalized. I believe we were in last month's magazine as well. But like, look, it's talking about how Nia's back and everything. So I'm curious if the comic's actually going to take place like after Nia's been revived. But anyway, let's turn the page. We have Lloyd. At the start of the season, the Master of Energy no longer has any energy at all. He is struggling as a window cleaner in Ninjago City. Encouraged by Cole, Lloyd pulls himself together equipped with his epic energy axe. He finds his power again. Mighty. Lloyd's energy axe is 6.5 centimeters long. At the end, the staff shines a jewel in the color of the green ninja. Perfection. And then we just have some more information about the figure and everything. This is a little game where you're supposed to draw a new weapon for Lloyd. That's kind of fun. And then this is a matching game where you just have to piece together the weapon. Yeah, I mean, it's a simple game, but I guess it could be fun for kids. Let's turn the page. We have Cutting Chaos. Lloyd's energy axe does not do things by halves. It cuts them in pieces. The blade is actually cut up a team photo. Put it back together by placing the numbered cutouts in the right order from left to right. Wow, this is my first time seeing the renders of the Crystalized Ninja. That's really cool. I love seeing Nin in her Samurai X armor. That looks amazing. And yeah, it's genuinely so cool to see them all wielding their golden weapons again. They get to be really excited for the show and everything. What a to-do woo. What's going on here? It's great Ninjago City has recovered so well from the big flood. The city is bustling. And Master Wu is overwhelmed by all the people and animals. Look at the scene for 90 seconds and then answer the questions in the next page. So I guess this is just a memory game, so we can remember from this page. Okay, yeah, and they had a little quiz on the first page. That's a lot of fun, actually. That's a game I haven't seen them do before. I like that. Even more nasty. It doesn't get any nastier than this, but the Crystal King is counting on you and wants you to make his Vengestone Guard look even scarier. So grab your colors. So this is a coloring page for the Vengestone Guard. We get these every now and then, but I always think these are like a nice activity. And then let's turn the page, and now we're to the comic. As always with the comic, I'm not going to read the full thing to you guys, but if I notice anything especially funny or interesting, I will pause the video and point it out to you. But feel free to pause the video and read it for yourself. Okay, so this takes place at the very beginning of Crystalized, like right after they get Jay from the lighthouse. So Jay is trying to talk to every water bottle and puddle in the city because he thinks it's Nia. Poor guy's not dealing with trauma so well. Okay, so there's a parade to celebrate Mayor Trustable, like, being inaugurated into office. That's cool they're actually showing that. But uh-oh, is that the noodle truck of crime right there? Okay, so the mechanic comes in, kind of ruins the parade, and it looks like the ninja are gonna have to go after him. Interesting. Yeah, I'm curious to see where this goes. Nothing too exciting yet, but of course this is only the first half of the comic. But now we have the break. And here we have an ad for Brick Festival. Okay, that's a weirdly placed ad. Never seen it there before. But then we also have a poster. Now, I saw the other side of this poster posted on Twitter, and this may be my favorite poster in any of these magazines yet. So first we'll look at this side. It says, Creepy Crystal Creatures. Why does Pythor look like that? Why is he looking directly into the camera like that? He looks so... I mean, I guess he is kind of a creature there. Okay, but unironically, this poster would genuinely be really cool if it was not for that text. Why does it say creepy crystal creatures? What does that mean? These are not creatures, these are people. Well, I guess those are snakes, but Vangelis is at least a person, and Mr. F's not a creature, he's a robot. So I don't understand the caption here, but the poster is cool. I like seeing all these renders, and Pythor looks hilarious. Boy, that's not even the good poster. You ready to get to the other side? We have Lloyd is the Savior. Now, this is the funniest poster I have ever seen. I've said I'm not usually a fan of the captions, but this is a caption I can get behind. I don't know if the people doing the magazine just like didn't do their research on what words they're using, but the word Savior does have religious undertones to it, so that's part of why I find this poster so funny, is using such a word like that to describe Lloyd from Ninjago. But it's really good, I love it. That aside though, it is cool to see this Lloyd render. Interestingly, he has golden arms, which he does not have on the minifigure. That could be a cool customization to make if that actually appears in the show. And then you can see the render of Oni Lloyd is behind him, though it doesn't look like we're getting a full look at that yet. But this might be the first actual Ninjago magazine poster I'm gonna hang up. I love this one so much. Alright, so then this game is just a Sudoku puzzle, but with Lego bricks. This is a game where you have to count up the points that both Kai and Cole got on this little dartboard. However, like, a little prompt behind it says they're throwing shurikens, not darts. So then we have Kai holding the shurikens of ice, which seems a little cursed, but alright. And then now we are back to the comic. Alright, so they're chasing down the mechanic, they went into one of the parade floats. Alright, so during the chase, Kai accidentally sets a tree on fire, and you can see Mayor Trustable seems upset about it. Or actually, is that him? I can't really tell by that illustration. But this might provide some context as to why Mayor Trustable doesn't like the ninja. Okay, so it ends with them causing some property damage. They don't actually catch the mechanic. And it ends with Mayor Trustable going, yeah, we can't deal with these people anymore. It's time to hire some new people, which you can see are the new ninja. This is a cool comic, though. Doesn't this break canon? Because we're the new ninja technically hired months before, like, Crystalized even happened. So the timeline doesn't necessarily match up, but I still think the story was fun. Yeah, I mean, it was an alright comic, not one of my favorites. I'm excited for them to get, like, deeper into Crystalized, though. Get further into the story. I'm curious to see, like, what they're gonna reveal. Alright, let's turn the page, though. Okay, interesting. We have a bio page on the new ninja. And I'm not gonna read all of this, but it just gives you some information about the things the new ninja have done, what their skills are, etc. Shows you all of them. Doesn't give you names, just gives you the colors that they are. But it doesn't actually look like there's any new information here. So, turning the page again. Here we have an advertisement for Cole's Golden Dragon Raider and Jay's Golden Dragon Motorbike. And yeah, it's just sort of like a seek and find game, but it's mostly just an advertisement for these two sets. Turning the page again. Wow, okay, we got some colorful loop game. Okay, so to figure out which ninja did the most loops, that's kind of fun. And then this is just a maze, but you're not allowed to hit the Vengestone Warriors. You had to complete the maze without hitting any Vengestone Warriors. And then that's the end of the magazine. So we have an advertisement for next month's magazine, which this one is very exciting. Next month's magazine is going to come with Golden Dragon Zane as the minifigure. This one I cannot wait for. Obviously, Zane's my favorite ninja, but also this is the most expensive Golden Dragon ninja, and in my opinion, the best looking Golden Dragon ninja. So the fact that he's coming in a magazine is so exciting to me. Cannot wait to get a second of him. Because yeah, he just looks fantastic. Ice Sword seems like a cool accessory too, and I'm curious to see like who's going to come after him, because these Crystalized magazines have had really good minifigures so far. And then finally we have a cutout pen holder that you can make. And you just cut it out right here, and it has like pictures of a bunch of characters on the other side. But I think that's about it for the magazine itself, so now let's take a look at that minifigure. Alright, let's get this poly bag open. And here's how Lloyd looks all built up. Now this is the Lloyd minifigure that comes in the Crystal King Max set, and that figure was previously exclusive to that set, so it's very cool to get him here. However, the one thing I don't like about this guy is he's not accurate. For some reason they gave him a headband hairpiece and a half mask instead of his proper ninja mask, and that's disappointing to me because I love like new ways to get exclusive minifigures, but the headband and half mask are very common parts, but the hood from that set only comes in that set. So as such, this is just an incomplete figure, which is kind of disappointing to me. So I honestly just really don't know where this guy would go in my collection. Because yeah, he's just inaccurate. I don't know what to do with him. That aside though, I do really like the torso and legs on this figure. Super detailed. I love like the brown ropes coming down. Very curious what the deal is with that in the show, because I don't believe he had them in what we've seen so far from Crystalized. I could be wrong about that though. But yeah, the dark green on top of the normal green looks good. It reminds me a lot of his SOG robes. And the dark green arms are pretty cool too. He's got the golden armor piece, which is nice to get because the magazines don't always come with the armor pieces, so I appreciate that they included that. Though I would have rather had the mask than the armor piece. But my favorite part about this guy is surprisingly actually probably the weapon. Now there's no like super cool parts on this weapon, they're all pretty common, but I don't know, I just really love this build. This reminds me of the kind of builds we'd get in sets in like 2012 and whatnot. And I love when the magazines come with like really creative weapon builds that don't come in sets. So this to me is just sort of like a blast from the past. I like the green gem at the bottom and the stud up top. It's just a ton of fun. And I can imagine as a kid thinking this was like the coolest weapon ever. So I'm sure kids getting this magazine nowadays will love this. So I genuinely think that's super cool. There's how Lloyd looks with everything removed. And there's a look at his back torso print as well as his alternate face. Back torso print fairly solid, I think. Again, like I said, my initial review of this guy, I think it almost looks like he's wearing a puffy jacket on the back, which is a little bit strange, but I don't think it's a huge deal. It still looks good. So yeah, I like this guy all around. I just wish he came with his hood, but no hood is better than nothing at all. And so, what are my overall thoughts of this magazine? I thought it was pretty good. I think of all the other magazines I reviewed, this might be one of the easier ones to pass up on. Now, it's cool to get Lloyd for much cheaper, however, because it's not 100% accurate, I don't know if you need it. Like, if you're definitely not getting the Crystal King mech, I guess this is better than nothing. But yeah, without the hood, this figure is just incomplete. The comic was good, but it was pretty obviously non-canon. But I will say the activities in this magazine seem pretty unique. So for like younger kids who are actually completing all the activities in the magazine, I think that could actually be a lot of fun. But those are just my thoughts on what you guys think of this magazine in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please press like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do LEGO and Ninjago videos just like this one almost every day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!